Hey everybody, welcome back to Creativerse. I've got a couple walls around here. I haven't got too far. I basically used the wood that we had from last time, but we've got some wood that just finished. So we can collect all of this, and we can collect all of this. So if we step back out here, we now have 99 wood and then 29 additional. So quite a bit of wood. We might need to make more. It kind of depends on how elaborate I want to make this. But I think what we'll do is we'll just stick to one floor, probably throw a roof on it, and then as we need to expand, or if we need to expand, we'll go ahead and we can expand upward. We can make a second floor. So yeah, let's take a look around here. This is kind of the space we would have, and I think it's plenty of space. We have the 4 crafting tables here. More of these are easy because we can find them out in the world, and we can definitely make more of these. One of the things I want to do in this episode is create a forge, kind of get that set up. Even if we're not going to use it immediately, I'd like to get it set up. The other thing I'd like to do is maybe get some glass made so we can put in some windows, because I don't want to be entirely just working out of a box with no windows. I need some space. I need to be able to see. Let's actually move this guy over real quick, because, let's see, we'll just put that there. I don't want to put it in the corner because just like the other side, they're going to wrap around. I want the other one here, and I wouldn't be able to reach one back in this corner. So anyway, we're going to do that, and we'll wrap this a bit up. And I may put the forge kind of in the middle. We may just have a few of them here and just kind of do this wall along here. Maybe have a door with some steps at some point, but I think for now this is a pretty good setup. So let me talk a bit about another one of the key components of this game I didn't actually get to in the first episode. And that is extractors. So right now we can use the glove to scoop up anything, and there's some color indicators letting us know when we can't. So right now we've got green when we can pick things up, and we see it anywhere we mouse right now because we can pick this wood up. If we see red, that's actually an indication that our power cell is not strong enough. So right now in the bottom left we have a wood power cell. So the next upgrade is a stone power cell, so that's definitely something we want to work on. Now right now you need wood in order to collect stone, and then we'll need the stone in order to collect obsidian. I believe that's what it takes next. So anyway, you see how the progression works. Rather than make like a copper pick and then an iron pick, you know, and a gold pick, you actually are upgrading your power cell, or your power glove if you choose to call it that, as we do. So anyway, but we've got the red and the green. Like I said, red indicator when your power cell cannot pick something up. Well, there's another color, and that's blue. If you actually highlight over a block that's blue, that's an indication that no power cell, no power glove is going to be able to pick that up, and instead you need an extractor. Now extractors, I can actually show you what that looks like right here. This is what an extractor looks like. It's kind of like a cage that wraps around an individual block. So the way it works is when you find one of those and your cursor is blue, you know that you need to just kind of put one in your quick bar and then right click that, and then it surrounds it, and then it has a timer when you hit F to interact with it, and it tells you something, you know, 6 minutes, and that's how much time it's going to take to extract all of the material from it. So if it's an obsidian block and it says 3 minutes, that means it's going to take 3 minutes until you can gather all 6, for example, of the obsidian ore from it. So anyway, we definitely want to be making some extractors for those times when we run across some good materials, and obsidian is definitely some stuff we're going to want to be collecting. So there are a number of things that we need to build. There's, you know, we're going to have a lot of goals as far as things to do. And one of the things I wanted to do is remind you guys to please leave a comment and or like the video if you want to see more of these. Again, I plan on doing a number of these episodes, maybe, you know, as few as 3 or maybe up to 5 or so. And at that point, I'm going to reassess and see what you guys are saying if you want to see more. If you guys do want to see more, I'm happy to go beyond that. We can keep going and see how far we go. And if you guys are really into it, who knows, we might do a multiplayer session where I drag Brandon into this and we run together in the world. So it's one of those things where I can actually just bring him into this one, for example. So we wouldn't have to start over or anything, which is great. So anyway, please do consider that. I appreciate that. Now let's jump over here, jump into our crafting guy, and I want to see. Actually, you know what I think? Wait, was that it? Did I just see it? What is this here? Oh, okay, that's the blue wood wall. I thought that might be glass, but I think we actually need the forge for that. let's check here. We've got a couple things we can move over. And what's great about the processor is you can just mouse over and see that the vines will turn into twine, the stone goes into stone slabs, the leaves into the shredded leaves, and these guys don't actually do anything in the processor. So you can actually very quickly see what can and can't be used in there. It's very cool. Now, having said that, I think, yeah, if we want to double check, we need to put this in our inventory, the sand. But I'm pretty sure it's the forge. Yeah. So let's check out what it takes to make a forge really quick. I'm going to select this. So we are missing all kinds of stuff. We need wood slab, stone slab, and it looks like we need coal. And I'm pretty sure, if I recall correctly, we need the extractor for coal. So let's go ahead and look at that. Okay, very easy to make these. So let's go ahead and get that going. Let's see. We're going to jump in here. And we're going to go ahead and do... we just needed 2. So really, I just need 1 of these because it makes 4. But we'll go ahead and put 2 in. And then the stone, we'll just do 2 of those, which will make 4 total. So that'll cover our extractor. Let's just do another one of those and another wood one anyway. We're going to need some of this stuff anyway, so I'm going to just kind of alternate here. And again, the order actually, I would say it matters. It only matters in the sense that if you're looking to gather any of this stuff right away, it is going to have to wait for everything. You cannot drag or reorder these. Another thing to consider is we had 1 forge, and we had 6 iron going in it, and the iron is very slow. And so Brandon ended up throwing 2 things in he really wanted to get right away, and all of a sudden realized, oh no, I have to wait the whole time. Now he ended up hitting finish now and spending his store points in order to just make it happen right away. But and that's certainly something you can do. And again, that may be pulled at some point. But anyway, it's just something to consider. The order of which things are queued does matter. So let's actually jump back in here really quick. We have, let's see, actually that's all we need, I believe. Jump back in here. Oh, we needed 6. Oh, sorry. It's the extractor I'm thinking. There we go. So we can do 1 and then we run out of the stone, but that's cool. We can get 1 of these going. So sometime later, I've got all of the wood around. You can see I've just popped some little holes for now. I don't have glass for those or anything, but one of the things we could really use in here is light. And just like in other games, such as Minecraft, if we put some lights out, that'll actually prevent monsters from spawning in the light. Now, down in my quick slot, you can see I've got 2 torches in the number 1 slot. But we're going to go ahead and make more of those. So we can select here. You can see it takes moss, which is a tree block, and some cragwood. So we can make a couple of these anyway. We can make 3. Actually, I think they make, yeah, you can see, it's a little hard to see, but if right where my mouse is here, it says 8. So it's going to actually make a good chunk of those, 24, 3 times 8. So we already had 2, I believe. Yeah, so we're going to have a lot of these. I certainly didn't need to make that many, but that's cool. Now we have 10. So let's go ahead and bring those around. One of the things I really like about this is you can actually hang these guys from the ceiling, which is pretty cool. Like that. Very cool. And of course I like things a little bit more symmetrical, so we're going to do that. Scoop these guys up. Lined up with those windows. Cool, and then I think I'm going to move the teleport. And again, that's just hitting the number 6. We're just going to go ahead and drop it in the corner over here. Right click. There we go. And then we'll do... Let's see. We'll just do 2 in the corners like so. They don't provide a ton of light. But when you get enough of them going, it definitely helps. This won't be such a dark and dreary place. There we go. Very cool. So let's see. Let's jump back in here real quick. We've got the forge is what we wanted, but we needed the extractors for that. And I do now have 3 of those, I believe, somewhere. Oh, they're down in my quick slot. Very cool. Excuse me. So we're going to have to find a good location for coal. So what we're going to do in the meantime is, I don't really need to close that up. I'm not too concerned. But we're going to look around here. Now, just over here, one of the reasons I plopped our home here, our shelter, was that we had this stone nearby. So let's go check out what's here and gather some other stuff. We do have mushrooms here. We can scoop these up. You can see these are actually on the ground, but there's also, you can see the brown ones in my quick slot. Those actually come from a block. In fact, that's it right there that I'm mousing over. I've got my crosshair on. So you basically pull up that block and you get the brown mushrooms. Now, as far as I can tell, they all heal the same amount. That's what they're about. You can actually right-click and it'll heal. And if I did the brown one, it does the same thing. And there's also some blue glowing mushrooms that actually take a while to extract. These guys here, we'll get those down the road. And they seem to heal the same amount. So I think that's just kind of a thing right now that they're all the same. That's okay. So we can see we've got all kinds of different materials here. We have these blue flowers. We can pick these guys down. We've got, I think, these are red flowers. Yeah, all kinds of flowers, trees, mushrooms, different kinds of soil. What do we have here? The limestone. So basically, I kind of want to dig in and get a bit underground, but we'll probably look around first and see if there's any natural openings. One of the other types I want to show you here is a fossil. I think this is pretty cool looking. This block. And from fossils you actually get the bones, which makes sense, right? So there's a number of things that require bones. That's how you can get those. You can see that we actually can't get the limestone, not until we get the upgraded power cells. So what we're going to do is I'm going to stroll around here a little bit and see if there's some kind of opening that maybe goes down to save us the trouble of digging. We may have to find some other series of caves nearby. Okay, well, after looking around a bit, it looks like we don't really have any other kind of system nearby. So we're going to have to actually just kind of start in here, which is fine. Actually, there we go. We got some obsidian up there. So the cool thing is when it comes to the obsidian, we can actually just break out the extractor. We don't have to wait. As far as I know, we should just be able to do this. Yep, there you go. So there's the blue I talked about before. We right click and there we go. We've got the extractor going to work. Now if I hit F to interact, you'll see it's going to get 6 of these guys and it's going to take 5 minutes to extract. So we just have to leave that. Now a lot of times you'll find these large kind of veins of these things, maybe 10, 15 of them. And so you bring a lot of extractors and just slap them all down. Now this is actually a pretty good material for us to have as well, but it's not an extractor type. We actually need an upgraded glove to do this, the magnetite. So that'd be nice to get, but we're gonna have to wait. So in the meantime, what we're gonna end up doing is just kind of tearing into this place, digging down, and trying to find some coal. But of course it is nighttime and we are going to be harassed by the the local wildlife. So I think what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and I may hang out here and wait for this guy to finish, and then we'll just go ahead and cruise back in. We can see our shelter back there in the distance. I even threw some torches around the outside as well to kind of keep things at bay. But yeah, I think we'll just wait and gather this up and then run back inside. Okay, after fending off the creatures of the night and gathering a couple things nearby, we now have the obsidian is ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and take that, and you can see it disappears. We're going to go ahead and scoop up the torch, because why not? And then we are going to just book it back to our shelter and take a look at where we're at. Whew. Okay, so we have made it back to our shelter relatively safely. I did have to fight some things off, and I did die once, but that's the name of the game. It happens. It's cool. So we've kind of got back here with some obsidian, not quite the coal we needed. If we jump in here again, we need the forge in order to do anything with the obsidian ore. And you can see we still need 5 more coal. So again, we'll go back out maybe during the day. We'll kind of start digging down, make a mine, and keep an eye out for coal to throw some extractors on. Now I am going to need to be making more of these because we'd like to find, you know, more coal. Let's go ahead and we'll just kind of queue up 2 more of these. I already have a few, and technically we only need 6 of these, I think, in order, or 6 coal in order to make the forge, which means just 1 coal block. I'm pretty sure it kicks out 6. But anyway, we'll make a couple of these, including the couple that I have already. It should be good enough. And leaves us room if we find some other cool things as well. Actually, let me jump back in here as well and kind of show you that we've got a number more recipes opened up, including a bomb, a little TNT guy here. We may make some of those and show those off in a future episode. But we also have some furniture down here, including a chest. And I really want to start making some chests so we can store things. We don't have a whole lot of inventory room. As I open this up, you'll see we're already getting full, and those chests actually don't hold a lot, so we need a number of those. Now all I've seen so far in my play with Brandon was that we got up to a stone chest, and it held a little bit more than a wood chest, but it still wasn't much. We had to make a bunch of those stone chests. So I would like to advance further than that and see what the next one is. And that's kind of where you guys come in. You know, I said it at the top of the episode, and I'm going to say it again here as we wrap up, that please do leave me a like and or a comment if you'd like to see more of this. I would definitely appreciate that, and it lets me know that I should bring more of this to the channel. Again, I've been enjoying it, and I plan on continuing to play this, including with Brandon, but if you guys leave those likes and leave those comments, it lets me know that you guys actually do want to see more of it, and I will put in the effort. You know, we're going to put it together and bring you some more of this stuff if that's what you guys are wanting to see. So anyway, in the meantime, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. As always, I am so appreciative of you guys stopping in and checking everything out. And yeah, I think we'll leave it at that. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.